What's up, guys? Welcome back to Digital Dive-In, the proper gaming talk show where we dive into the latest news in gaming every single week. Was that way too enthusiastic of an opening? I don't know.
No, it was great. I love it.
Okay, so going along with the trend of last week, because actually the episode did really, really well, and we're going to keep on doing
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you for that. It didn't do fantastically, but it's been doing better than our standard videos. So we're going to keep on that trend and covering like multiple stories for you guys. So today we have three-ish, kind of. Technically, it's a couple more, but the last like half of this video, not even half, I don't know, the last bit of this video is literally going to be us just doing like, hating on a game. So it'll be fun. I promise you. I mean, probably you guys might have the same
We might
opinions.
end up making a hate segment for each video. Who knows?
Seriously, we might have these like things we hate today. But before we get started, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, please hit that like button. And as usual, if you have any comments, critiques, anything you want to say about any of the topics we talked about today, please leave everything in the comment section below. Anyways, starting off with a news story that hit up a little bit earlier this week. It's about Sony basically shutting down the PlayStation Store for everything before the PlayStation 4. So that's the PlayStation 3, PlayStation Vita, and the PSP. And basically, like, it's just literally, a lot of people have been saying that this is just Sony trying to push everyone towards next gen. But I have my own opinions of it. It's literally like nothing's changing. Like you can still play all your digital games if you have any digital games on those systems. And you can, of course, still play any physical games you have on those systems. Hey, you can still play any physical games you have on those systems. So nothing really that big is changing. But you're just not going to be able to buy stuff and download games onto those systems anymore. My personal opinion of it, this is fine. The PlayStation 3 was not a digital system. It was mainly physical games. There weren't a whole lot of people who downloaded games onto the PlayStation 3 because the PlayStation Store was just becoming a thing. So, I mean, meh. But I think this is more of an issue with the PSP and PS Vita, since those are mobile games and downloading games on those systems is a lot more convenient. But what are your thoughts, Jules? What do you think about Sony shutting down the stores?
I actually did have an opinion about it because I was actually talking about this with a couple friends on PlayStation the other day, where it's just like, you compare Sony to Microsoft, and Microsoft has done a phenomenal job at keeping their old games alive, where Sony is literally finding any and every excuse to not make PS3 backwards compatible. They're kind of skimpy on the PS2 and PS1 backwards compatibility, and now that PS3 is going to become pretty much iconicized because of how unique it is, you can't really download and what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Emulate. You can't really emulate.
Oh.
You can't really emulate PS3 games. It has a very unique cell structure, a very unique structure all around. You can't play it on any other console, any other thing in general. Like, it's going to become a historically just sacred thing because you have the PS3 that was the only console ever to be backwards compatible fully for PS2, and for PS1, and then you have
you're right. Yeah.
this large PS3 category, which a lot of discs for PS3 games aren't going to be available anymore after a certain point, and now that you can't digitally download these games, they're just going to be gone forever.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing though. So the whole thing, your argument is literally just Sony is like just trying to get rid of PlayStation 3 games and shit like that. But they're not, because you can still download a lot of PS3 games through the PS Store on the PS5 or the PS4. A lot of those games have been digitalized, and you can buy them because the digital games are 100% backwards compatible. The only backwards compatible issue is discs. The digital games have literally no issue whatsoever. It's all about if the system can read the discs. So the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 can both. You can download any PS3 game, PS4 game you find on the PS Store, download it, play it, no issue. I mean, and plus, not to mention, they remastered a ton of the PlayStation 2 and 3 games, even PlayStation 1 games. They had the whole Spyro trilogy. They remastered all of the Jak and Dexter games, literally all of them. A lot of these games have been remastered.
Out of the massive catalog of PS3, I would say maybe 25 to 40% of the games are available.
Yeah.
And then the rest of them are on PS Now. And nobody's going to buy PS Now.
Well, no, that's the thing. I think this is them trying to get more people to get on PS Now because almost all the PS3 games are on PS Now. Like, and the subscription honestly is not bad. It's like $8. It's not too bad, I think. Don't quote me on that. But no,
they nickel and dime you with that, and like the performance isn't that great, and the internet.
Well, whenever you do a backwards compatible game, it's not going to be great. That's the thing. Like any game, any backwards compatible game you play, like if you play a PlayStation 3 game on a PlayStation 5, it is not going to run very well at all. I mean, let's be honest, it's just not, all right, because it wasn't built for that system. It was built for a way old system, and yeah. I mean, but the argument well, I mean, most people who have a next gen
like
system,
streaming games is not the best way to go for if you want like steady performance.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
so like that's why I compared it to Microsoft, because Microsoft, instead of creating a streaming system for all their games, they just made them all backwards compatible, made them all playable. Instead of doing this nickel and dime,
no. You're right. You're right about that. But
so still. that's my only gripe is that Sony is seeming kind of cheap when it comes to the backwards compatibility and accessibility.
Oh, they are, and I don't really know why that is either. I really don't know why they can't figure out backwards compatibility. They couldn't even do that for the PlayStation 2. Like, come on, it was they had it, but some systems couldn't play those purple discs or whatever. It was freaking bizarre.
Yeah, it was just way weird.
Yeah. Another on the note of PlayStation Live and live subscriptions, Xbox is rebranding Xbox Live to Xbox Network. That's it. That's the entire story. Nothing is changing. Just a name. Woo! And a complete change. Ghost of Tsushima is getting a movie. This is kind of old news, but kind of not really old news because they announced it that they wanted to do it, and now it's confirmed that it's actually, I don't know if it's in production or if they're actively casting for the movie or what's changing, but they confirmed.
Go ahead to do it.
Yeah, they get the go ahead to actually make this movie. And for someone who was in love with Ghost of Tsushima, literally on my top 10 favorite games of all time right now, I cannot wait for this movie. Yes, there are issues with video game movies being complete and utter shite. Cases and points, Assassin's Creed, Monster Hunter, Resident Evil. But, I don't know. Something like this, plus isn't it made by the director from John Wick also?
Yeah. But I mean, hey, Mortal Kombat's been really good, so...
I wouldn't say really good. The old movies are nostalgic as hell.
The 90s movies were iconic.
They're iconic. That doesn't make them good. But anyways.
That makes them historically good. I rewatched all of them just when I found out the new one was coming out. I just went back and rewatched all of them. God. I was like, man, these are pretty nice for what they were.
Yeah. No, but this movie does. I mean, we don't know anything about this movie yet. We don't know if it's actually going to follow the story of the game. I kind of hope it does because the story is very good and the ending is heart-wrenching. But I don't know.
I don't know. They might we want to do something different to make it seem more jaw-dropping and clinching and surprising. I just hope they don't, like you brought up a good point before. You hope they don't Americanize it. I hope the same thing. I haven't played Ghost of Tsushima yet, but I already know I'm going to love it.
You need to play that game.
I love it, but it's not time yet. When I have a PS5 and it's on PS Plus for free, then it'll be time.
I mean, it played great on the PS4, okay? It plays fantastic on the PS4, and there is no actual PS5 version of the game. There's a next gen update,
I thought they
kind
were
of.
doing like a 60 frame update or something like that.
Yeah, they have an up. Well, not even. I don't even think they have an update of. I'm not sure about that. They might have an update available, but I'm not really sure because I played it and it
Hmm.
played and the PlayStation 4 version plays fantastically on the PS5. Awesome.
Mm.
But yeah, you just need to play it. Honestly, the one thing I really hope, and one thing I really wish more games did was, and this is one of the reasons that I'm so excited for the Last of Us movie or series or whatever the hell it is going to be. But I
Series.
really, yeah, whatever. I really wish that the game's director, the director who like was in charge of the game, worked on the movie. Not so much
Yeah,
directed the movie, but like worked
but like
with the
threw it in
director
ideas
of
and
that
like
movie. Like they were working with the writers, they were
yeah,
working with everyone to really capture the
give a
feel of the
similar
game
experience.
in the
Hmm.
movie. That's why I'm so excited for the Last of Us series because Neil Druckmann is working with the directors and everything and the actors and everyone to make that series. That's why I'm really excited for it. That's like honestly more people should do that. Honestly, I wish NetherRealm worked with whoever's making the Mortal Kombat movie. Like,
Mortal Kombat.
yeah,
Yeah,
that would be awesome. If NetherRealm actually, the people behind NetherRealm worked with them, that'd be great. That's like a
that would be
pure recipe
awesome.
for success right there. Like seriously.
But then with Mortal Kombat, it's more like you have a fine line between too cartoony and too video game like, and trying to make it into a movie that's serious and actually has some depth and things like that. So it kind of depends on what you're talking about. But for something like
True.
Ghost of Tsushima and Last of Us, yeah, 100% really best option is to get a game director or creative direction from the game team,
Yeah,
production
one
team.
hundred percent. That needs to
So
happen more, and I hope that's what's going to happen with Ghost of Tsushima. I mean, the team is Insomniac, no, not Insomniac, Sucker Punch. Sorry, Sucker Punch.
yeah.
Behind, I can't keep on thinking it's Insomniac because they're so reminiscent of it. But no, Sucker Punch. The game developers have been made ambassadors for the actual Tsushima Island in Japan. Like,
Mhm.
like what the hell?
That's
That's
insane.
insane. That is insane.
That's crazy, yo.
um,
I'm no, I'm super,
but
I'm super. I've always, and that's the thing. I've always loved Japanese lore, so I'm really
yeah,
excited about how they're going to bring it to life and just make it accurate, like
yeah,
historically,
yeah.
culturally. It's really going to be amazing,
I have a good
and I
feeling
can't
for.
wait to
I
see
have a
people
good feeling for
get
this.
sliced with a katana. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm excited. I just hope they use the same actor for Koten Khan, because oh my God, what's his name? What's his actor's name? Patrick Gallagher. Patrick Gallagher played Koten Khan in the Ghost of Tsushima game, and he was absolutely amazing. He was so good, and I hope if they do follow the storyline of the game, I hope that Patrick Gallagher plays Koten Khan in the movie. 100% needs to happen. Just needs to.
They're probably not going to do that. When do they ever actually take the same people
Well,
from the same
the
universe and
fact
mix them?
the fact that he's an actual like movie actor in a
Mm.
game would lend itself to believe that that would happen.
You would think, right?
Yeah, yeah. Like, come on.
But then
I
with
really,
technology
I
these
do
days,
hope they do
anybody
that.
that
It doesn't make sense why they would change the actor. Like, it's the actual. He's an actual actor, right? Like, come on. I
I
don't
mean,
know.
I guess it just kind of depends on the situation. Like you have so many, like with the way technology works these days, usually the person that you see in the game is the person that's actually acting out the scene. So if there's a movie adaptation, why wouldn't they just use the same
Yeah,
team?
yes and no, because a lot of those actors they don't actually, read the lines or anything. They're just there for the mocap. They have someone else voicing them.
Mm,
So, but Patrick Gallagher voiced and did the mocap for Koten Khan in the game. So he
mm,
was like the legit actor for that role, and it was amazing.
yeah,
It was very good. But anyways,
I guess we just have to see. Yeah.
yeah, hopefully it happens. And now on to a segment we love to call Things We Hate This Week.
Yes.
So today I forget who's actually making the game. Let me see really fast.
Hush up, cat.
Uh, Daedalic Entertainment GmbH. Those guys just
Who?
dropped. Yeah, exactly. Who actually knows who they are? Anyways, they just dropped a new trailer for the Lord of the Rings Gollum game. And if you want to know what the most pointless game ever made was or is looking like it's going to be this
Iron
one.
Man VR, but this is a close second.
I mean, Iron Man VR apparently is good, but this game just looks dumb. Like it's literally just looks like a stealth simulator, but you play as Gollum through the Lord of the Rings universe. Like,
I mean, I don't
why
know.
is that? Why is that a game that we need? Why is that a story that we need?
Gollum is a pretty transparent, bland,
He's a very
one-dimensional character.
He is.
He
has a
wants the
backstory
ring.
that's very good and worked very, very well in the movies. Like, he was a great character in the movies. But he's not a good video game character because he doesn't do anything.
Yeah, he's like, I want the ring. I'm going. I bet you that's going to be from the as soon as you get in, find the ring. Chapter 2, keep looking for the ring.
Right? It's
Chapter 5, the ending, almost at the ring.
Yeah, right.
Conclusion.
He gets the ring. Or some shit. I don't even know. Well, actually, that wouldn't really work because they're following the freaking movies, right? I mean, Gollum only became Gollum after he had the ring and he lost the ring. So, I mean,
Right.
dude, there are like thousands of years, I think, or something like that, or hundreds of years between when he loses the ring and when he joins Frodo.
Frodo again.
So
yeah.
there is a huge time
But
frame
it's pretty
there.
much going to be
But
like a homeless man simulator. You're just going to
pretty
be
much
going around.
you're crawling around,
Trying to survive?
You're crawling around. The trailer shows you like shimmying across like beams and stuff and hiding from orcs or whatever and running away from spiders, and that's it. That's the game.
I mean, I'll be
It's a
honest. I would
crawling
have preferred
simulator.
like
It's a crawling
I would have
simulator.
preferred like a yeah. I would have preferred like a different take on Shadow of Mordor, like another Mordor
100%.
game, like
100%.
with a
Because
different
Shadow of
story,
War-
obviously, and a different
Shadow of
protagonist.
War was
But
a letdown, to be honest, in my opinion.
I mean, it was really. I didn't even finish it. It was really big.
Neither did I.
You had
Neither
to
did
do.
I.
There was a lot to do.
The story was
Here's
bland
the
and
thing.
dull and blech.
Yeah, kind of. It's
Anyways, this Gollum game is 100% not related to the Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War games. It's just a standalone game made by a developer I've never even heard of, and you're just crawling around as Gollum. That's it.
I mean, we only got a 1-minute trailer, so there's obviously
There
they're
might
trying
be
to tease
more,
it
for
up
sure,
until
yeah.
a good point. There's probably going to be more. Like, you wouldn't just make a game crawling around. It's just not a good investment. There's got to be more to this game. So let's just
At
wait
this
and see
point,
what happens.
in 2021, I doubt it.
Like,
I
But
just
here's
think
the
this
thing,
game
everybody's still at
looks
home.
so pointless and needless and like, why is this a thing?
I mean,
Why
it is,
choose
but it's
why choose Gollum for a video game character? That's my question.
I know. I mean, you would have been better off picking a troll or elf or one of the other
A
classes.
Legolas
in
game.
Lord of
Give
the
us a
Rings.
full-fledged Legolas game. I'll play that
Yeah,
shit.
Legolas game would have been great.
Or a Gimli game. Like a solo Gimli game. You're just being thrown by Aragorn the entire time. I'd rather play that.
Gimli!
Throw me, toss me. I'd rather play that than play as Gollum crawling around Middle Earth.
Honestly, I'm sorry. I just think it's going to apply to that niche of Lord of the Rings fans that not only love Gollum but are looking for a new Lord of the Rings game. And it's 2021. People still have nowhere the fuck to go. It might do well just because of that.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's a good point.
go ahead, send us off.
Anyways, guys, what are your thoughts about anything we talked about? What do you think about the PlayStation Store closing story? What do you think about the Ghost of Tsushima movie? Do you hate this Gollum game as much as we do already? Let us know all your thoughts in the comment section below. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It would help us out a lot. If you like this video, please hit that like button and share this video with all your friends, family, grandmothers, grandfathers, anyone on earth. Your arch nemesis who you just want to make them watch this bullshit for a good 20 minutes.
But don't get it twisted. We don't need you. We are not desperate, even though it makes it sound like we are. We love you though.
We need you. Please help us. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay excellent. I'll see you guys in the next dive in. Peace.